Agenda item 13 is a presentation by the Mesquite Regional Business on their progress and achievements during the fiscal year 2012-2013 and their work plan for fiscal year 2013-2014 with possible direction by council, presentation with possible action. Mr. Baker.
Mayor, Council, per their agreement, they are here this evening to report on their progress year to date and on their work plan for next year. The possible action on the item is if you have any direction you would like to provide to them.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council, Gay Stockman, CEO of the Mesquite Regional Business. I have a quick PowerPoint presentation, and I know not everyone really is enamored by PowerPoint presentations, but we also want to take this opportunity to highlight not only to the City Council, but to the public and the residents of all the things that we've accomplished, and this is a quick way to do it. If you move to the next one, please. Thank you. MRB's vision statements is to grow primary businesses for the Mesquite region, but we also have a vision of being the go-to organization for economic development for the Mesquite region. Why we want to focus on primary jobs. Primary jobs is a job that creates a service or a product that's exported out of the area that brings in new dollars, and I'll go into the next slide in a minute, but those primary jobs typically pay a higher wage and provide better benefits. And next slide. So what happens right now is most of our money, I'm saying generally, as most of us as residents of the community, when we spend our money at the grocery stores or the gas stations, it just keeps the economy at the same level. We just circulate the same dollars. When we have primary jobs, they bring in new money into the community, so there's more wealth for the rest of the businesses in the community and higher paying wages. So when we take a look at it, where is Mesquite? Mesquite is our product. Are we competitive? How do we compete in the rest of the world? It's no longer just competing with Las Vegas or St. George. We're competing with communities all over the world. And as we get to our prospect report, I'll indicate that to you as well. How do we set ourselves apart? That's what we have to discover. And how do we offset any misperceptions of what Mesquite might be in southern Nevada? What we've done is we've built a very detailed database of all the clients that we talk to. So we can do an analysis of the clients that come to us, how many square feet they're looking for, how many employees they look for, what type of companies are taking a look at us, so we have really detailed information. And this is just a snapshot of the Project Twinkle that we called Star Nursery. This is a recap. Now, we've only been operating, myself, basically for 5 months. Our fiscal year end is June 30th. So when I was building this, I could only go by the data that we've captured, say, through the end of May. Out of those 5 months, we've talked to 19 different companies. 2 of those were international. So already, without really having any marketing in place, we've attracted some attention, and we've been able to help some companies both to retain and to expand. So next slide, please. Out of that, this here is where it talks about there was 2 from outside the United States, 12 from outside of Nevada, 2 from inside Nevada, and 3 local businesses. Our strategic plan moving forward, and there's a detailed plan in your packet there. Basically, number 1 is to market Mesquite as the premier location for business and industry. And we've identified targets that we want to talk about, and there's detailed within that packet as well for all of that. And build consensus and work very closely with existing businesses so we're not duplicating effort, and to solidify our future. Next slide, please. Are we primary job ready? We need to continue to do our due diligence. We need to continue to talk about what are our qualities, what's our knowledge-based workforce, where's our fiber optics, are we business shovel ready, or do we have lots available? So we're all working on that. We also want to establish a revolving loan fund program to help existing businesses grow, and all businesses grow. So, please. We also identified the fact that MRB wants to really engage and help with 3 major tasks. We want to continue to work with the stakeholders to help develop Interchange 118, to help work on what the possibilities of bringing natural gas to Mesquite, and solar power. doing that, I also want to help you understand that site consultants, and this is a term that we use in economic development, these are consultants that are hired by companies to help them identify the best place to relocate or expand their businesses. They're very, very sophisticated. They use the internet. They are looking for reasons to exclude us. They don't want to necessarily say, "Why? You tell me why." So it's very, very important that we engage them and stay involved with them. Through our marketing and outreach, the limited that we've been able to do, we've been able to place an ad in the Mesquite Chamber publications, which has been very beneficial. We participated in the LVGEA's SEDS report, which is a comprehensive recap of the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy for Southern Nevada. And we're now a member of the Economic Development Advisory Group. Plus, we actually entertained a site consultant who was all about telecommunications and data centers. His name was Joe Sharkey. And he came in and visited Mesquite and toured buildings and toured properties and talked to department heads and service providers. And we have another one coming in at the end of early September to come in and tour the community as well. What we want is to have them become familiar with the community. They know who to talk to. They know build relationships so that when they have a client that says, "I need a 9,000 square foot facility that can provide this," we can say, "Oh, I can remember that facility, that I know exactly where it's at," and think of Mesquite first. So we'll continue to make that outreach. The next thing is we are very, very pleased to announce that Friday our new website went live. Now, we have worked diligently trying to bring all of the information that we can in the best light about what Mesquite has to offer to the world. We encourage anybody to provide feedback to us because we want to make this the best possible product to market who we are. Within that website, we have an app that's called Zoom Prospector. The Zoom Prospector allows a GIS mapping of available commercial buildings, and if you take a look at that today, this one test facility is now gone. There are 5 new properties that were just published today by Cushman & Wakefield on there, and we have been talking to other brokers in the community. We want as many commercial properties listed as possible, so, and at all levels, not only buildings but sites, so that Mesquite is open for business and people know exactly where they are. The site information goes directly to the realtor. They don't contact us unless they want additional information. The real advantage of Zoom Prospector, next slide, is the fact that now we have detailed demographics specific to Mesquite. Mesquite is not an MSA. No one tracks specifically our data. On there is a folder called Consumer Spending that will allow you to find out exactly how much money is spent within Mesquite based on credit card expenditures. Now that's really, really good information for a business that's trying to determine whether they want to expand and grow or if they want to take a look at Mesquite as a place to grow. Next slide. Within that mapping situation, there is also a thing called heat maps. What I did here is, this is just a quick example. I asked it, tell me how much healthcare money is spent at these different levels in Mesquite. And that pulls up that heat map, and you can do that with labor, demographics, educational attainment, a variety of information out there. So this is a really, really good information not only for Mesquite, but it's information that site selectors rely on. Zoom Prospector is a tool that pretty much every site consultant in the country uses. One other thing is I want to reassure you that we cannot tell you how much we truly appreciate what the product that the city has helped build. You've put the infrastructure in place, you've got a good system in place, you're working on all of the streamlining, all of your processes. It really helps us to market Mesquite, and we really appreciate the fact that the Chamber is doing a great job with the existing businesses, because we can't recruit new businesses in if the existing businesses aren't thriving. So it's a joint effort, and we truly appreciate that effort. Bottom line, Mesquite now has a professional economic development organization in place, and we formed it very quickly, and we've kept it cost effective for the city. And that's it. I tried to be quick. And I have extra copies here for the media or whoever else would like to have one.
Thank you, Kate. we have any questions from council? Councilman Rapson?
Probably the most obvious one. I know you're probably, you're not going to tell us if there's any names, but do you have any prospects that are looking like a go?
You know, again, I can't tell you names. We've coded most of the clients so that we protect their anonymity. We have a couple clients that we've been in a lot of email contact with and we've done a lot of research on. I'm trying my best to get them to come and tour. You know, and that's another thing that MRB would do is we'll pay for them to come here so that we can have them take a look at what there is to really offer.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Councilman Gustavson?
Thank you, Mayor. I have one suggestion
Sure.
on your one page here, on the assets that we have here. As you heard tonight, we have the #1 rural transportation system in America.
I will definitely add that, absolutely. Yes, I agree, thank you.
I think we need to tell the world that
Yes.
because I think that's important.
I do, I absolutely agree. That's great,
Okay.
thank you. I will add it.
Further questions from council or comments? Councilman Haven?
Just on your 2013, 2014, just strategic plan of action, objective #1, can you just kind of, for the viewing audience and some of that may not have some of the information we do, just generally state some of the things that the MRB is
Sure.
anticipating doing, or?
I was trying to keep it brief, but I definitely
Well,
will.
it can be brief, but we'd like
Sure.
to educate people so they know that we do those things.
Sure, identify what our product is, and I mentioned that a little bit in the slide. Assemble a community profile, which I have done, that we send out to clients, and construct a comprehensive list of primary business industries that are good fit for Mesquite. And we have done that, and it's identified on our website under business and industry, but I have not had time to really populate those sites as much as in depth that I want to yet, but I'm working on that one as well. And spread the word that Mesquite is open and be a definitive voice for leadership, civility, and inspiration for doing business in Mesquite, and promote Mesquite to the world. Craft an innovative website that incorporates and promotes available commercial property, both publicly and municipally owned. And set up fam tours for site consultants. So all of these things, I mean, I'm not going to read every single one of them, but we're doing all of these things. It's like juggling a whole bunch of different things to happen, but it is happening. Okay? And by the way, that is listed on our website too. That strategic plan is posted on the website. And I will have the PowerPoint posted tomorrow. And I invite anyone to go out and take a look at the new website. It's interesting, I signed up for Google Analytics, and this afternoon I looked at it, and considering that it's only been live for 4 days, we've already had people look at it from Indianapolis, Birmingham, Phoenix, I can't remember all of them, but it was amazing, like 6 or 7 different outside communities. Someone in those communities have looked at our website already after 4 days. So that's encouraging. So, any other questions?
I don't see anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.